Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the first wave of sidekicks and villains from the new Batman 4-inch figure line from Spin Master. When these kind of first started showing up on the internet, I saw them at Entertainment Earth, and they had a listing for like a case of just Batman and then a case of the sidekicks and the villains. And I thought that was just kind of the way they were distributing them, but I think that's actually how Spin Master is sending them out to stores. I think one case has just Batman and one case has the sidekicks and villains. So if you're finding one but not the other, hang in there. They probably will show up soon. The store just might not have received the case of whichever one you're missing yet. So it's not like there's a case that's everyone's buying all the sidekicks and there's just Batman left over. I think they really are separate. So in any case, you can see we have Robin, Nightwing, the Joker, and Man-Bat, and the packaging is very similar to the Batman packaging that I took a look at previously, where you kind of pop this flap open, there's a mission card inside, you get the 3 accessories, so on and so forth. But I think Robin looks pretty cool. I like how he's got kind of a metallic sheen to him. I like that a lot. Nightwing looks pretty good. Joker, I'm digging him. But I think Man-Bat is probably the one that I'm most excited for. And they still have this creature chaos thing going on, so I think it's kind of neat that they're reaching into Batman's rogue gallery for all of the kind of monster villains that he has, like Killer Croc, King Shark, Man-Bat, Clayface, things like that. So, and then you just have the Joker, who's just kind of a, not really a creature, but certainly a maniac. So in any case, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get these out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. So here are the 4 figures out of the packaging, and I have to say, I think they look pretty great. The only thing I have to complain about is my Robin sometimes has a little bit difficulty standing. I kind of have to turn his legs a little bit out to the side to get him to balance. His feet are tiny, you know, because he's one of the smaller figures, and it just kind of makes him a little bit more back heavy naturally. But if you turn his legs out a little bit like that, it's not too bad. But I love the metallic green, especially on the face. That's a really nice paint job on the face there. I think the hair looks good. The metallic mask looks really cool with the whites in the eyes. You have the black around the neck for the cape, the Robin symbol, all really cool. Again, I think I mentioned this in the review I did of that Swamp Showdown. I just feel like Robin shouldn't have a generic Batman cape. I think he should have his own. But that's my only complaint about Robin. That and the not standing super easily, but the standing I can get around. And the cape's not a huge problem either. I just feel like he should have a more Robin-specific cape. But he's got all the same articulation that these figures usually have. You have the nice ratchet in the shoulder and the elbow, and then of course you have a spin at the elbow. You have the normal hinge here in the shoulder. The heads can look from side to side, but some of mine, they're a little tight and they don't want to move all that much, which isn't a huge problem for me personally. But I just wanted to mention it because, like, Robin, it's not too bad, but you'll see my, I almost want to call Nightwing Nightbeat. That's a Transformer. You'll see Nightwing's head's a little, nothing wrong with it, just doesn't want to move all that much. Anyway, back to the hips. Can kick forward, can kick to the side, thighs swivel. Nice knee joint there, can also spin from side to side. So he's definitely very cool. Now the 3 accessories that he comes with a katana, which I think this is the Damian Wayne version of Robin, so that makes sense for him to have a katana. It's a little small. I kind of wish it was a little bit longer, but other than that, I think it looks pretty good. He also comes with a tiny bow staff, which again, I wish was a little bit longer, but overall pretty cool. So he's got those 2 accessories, and then he comes with, let me see if I can put this back so he can stand. This little gold Batman mask. Now, apparently I got the version of Robin that comes with the rare Batman mask, so hooray. But they don't all, like, these 2 weapons are pretty standard. Otherwise, I think he's supposed to come with, let me check the little insert that they give you, because apparently there's different versions depending on which mission you get. So, like, I think this Robin was the mission to the docks, or was this, hold on, let me double check. No, this was the Arkham Asylum Robin, so he came with the rare helmet. Usually he comes with a little grapple gun if you get the docks, harbor, whatever you want to call it, defense version of Robin. But next we will take a look at I keep calling him Nightbeat, Nightwing. So I really like the look of the figure. Again, I think the mask looks really good, nice and sharply painted. Like I said, his head's just a little tight. Mine doesn't really want to move all that much. I mean, I don't really need it to, but I'm afraid to push it because it doesn't really want to move all that much. But shoulders, typical. Elbows, hips, everything's pretty usual for these. They're all pretty much the same articulation. But yeah, he looks good. I really like the look of him. I think they even did the paint onto the back, which I really appreciate because it would have been just as easy for them not to do that, but they did. So I think he looks great. Now the accessories that he comes with, again, I got lucky and I got the rare bat. I think this is a batarang. It's a little bit large, but still pretty cool. The other version just came with like a generic gun of some kind. So I got the batarang here. He's got this thing, which is like I think an underwater scuba type thing. So basically, what you do is you peg this into the back. He's got the peg hole, and it fits pretty flush to the back, which I think was pretty cool. And then you just take this, and it's a little like pliable. So you kind of bring this over the head, and then you just kind of push it down until it lines up. And then it's kind of neat. He's got scuba equipment. I think that's pretty cool. So I really like that. I think that's one of the cooler accessories that all these have come with. So you have to be a little careful, but it is a pliable plastic, so it shouldn't be a problem. Now he's got the batarang, which he doesn't really use. I'm trying to see how you would hold this. I'm assuming something like this. Yeah, there you go. So you'll hold it like that. But it's pretty cool. It's like a metallic blue. So I like that a lot. Very shiny, very fun. And then the last things he comes with, these I actually don't really care for. So you know, if you're familiar with Nightwing at all, he kind of has these two sticks. I'm sure they have like an official name that I don't know. That's kind of the weapons that he uses when he kind of uses, you know, melee attacks and whatnot. Now, instead of just giving us the sticks for him to hold, which is what I would have preferred, they have them molded into these gloves. Which, okay, fine. They're molded into these gloves. But because of the way they have the peg has to fit into his hand. So when I peg these into his hand, they go like this. Which is not the end of the world, but if I want to turn them to kind of a normal angle, you lose the elbow functionality because, you know what I mean? They're like 90 degrees off. So if they were going to do something like this, I would have rather them forego the peg and then just have them like clip onto the side of the arms, which would have been, I think, just as easy, so that they're oriented. Yeah, so basically, so they're turned the correct way, is what I'm trying to say. Right now, they have you pegging them in like this. I would rather they just clip onto the side like this, but better yet, I wish they would have just given us the sticks without the hands. I would have been completely fine with this translucent blue plastic. Just give us the sticks just in his hands, you know, like this, without the weird gloves, and then he could have just used the sticks as melee weapons. It would have been great. So, not a huge fan of these, and it's kind of a shame, but he could always, maybe he could borrow the if you get two of these from Robin, you know, leave Robin with the katana, which makes sense, and then maybe Nightwing could borrow two of these, and then I feel like this is closer to what he's used to, his sticks that he uses. So I love this little apparatus, and I love the batarang. I don't really care for the weird glove sticks. Alright, so putting all that off to the side, next up we'll take a look at Joker. Again, I think they did a really nice job. I kind of like the white eyes with just the green pupils. I think that's kind of a neat look. I love the smile. The hair looks great. He's got his purple suit. He's got tails, which I think looks great. All his articulation is the same as everyone else. But it's a great figure. I think they did a really nice job with him. The accessories that he comes with, he has this gun that looks like it shoots a punching glove, which I think is fantastic. Very on brand for Joker. See if we can get this into his hand. Not too much difficulty there. He's got this little like bomb that's molded to look like chattering teeth, which again, I think is perfectly on brand for Joker. That's a really great character-specific accessory. And then the third thing I got is this kind of generic gun. I believe that there is a version of him that comes with like rare armored gloves for Batman. Unfortunately, I did not get that version, but this was the third accessory. I've seen this gun with other characters, so this is kind of a generic weapon, but I love the punching glove gun, and I love the little chattering teeth bomb. Those accessories are fantastic for Joker. Coming up to the final figure in this wave, one that I was very excited about, ManBat. He's looking fantastic. Really great detail. I think his teeth look really cool. The whole mouth is done pretty well. His head can move side to side, not too much trouble. The big bat ears. He's got, giant shoulder. Now, unfortunately, some of his joints are a little loose. Not terribly loose, just a little bit. But he's got pretty much your normal elbow and shoulder joints as everyone else. He's got your normal hips, and he's got a thigh swivel. But then everything else is a solid piece, which is what we've really been seeing for these monster figures. Killer Croc, King Shark, pretty much all the same deal. And I think it just comes from a stability standpoint, and I think it makes sense. Now, the wing pieces were included in the package separately, and you can see, maybe you can't see there, there's just 2 pegs. You just peg them in to the underarm. You can kind of see it there very simply. And I think they're made that you could take them out if you had to. So if for some reason you wanted to take the wings off temporarily, you could. But yeah, I feel like for being the same price as everybody else, he's a pretty big and awesome figure, so I really can't complain. Now, he comes with accessories, and he comes with these translucent like claws, which are a little ridiculous, but you'll notice they attach by clipping on to his wrists. Which is how I wish these things connected to Nightwing. So we know they can do it, because in the same wave, they've given us the technology to just have the pieces clip onto the wrist instead of having them peg in. So that is absolutely what they should have done with Nightwing. But in any case, he comes with 2 claws. They count each one as an accessory, which I think is a bit of a cop out there. But the last one is the rare Batman armor. So I can't believe I got 3 out of the 4 rare versions, which is very unlikely. But pretty cool. I'm very psyched about it. The other version comes with, again, the same generic gun that would have come with Nightwing if I had gotten the generic version of that as well. So that is it for these 4. I really like them a lot. I really think that they're doing a great job with these figures. And I'm really excited for the rest of the wave. Oh, real quick, I wanted to show you too. These are the little cardboard cards. So here is the one that came with ManBat from the Harbor. This is Batman Joker from Arkham. This is Robin and Nightwing from the Harbor. See what I'm talking about? This is like, even this, like the Robin that I know had kind of just like a normal rectangular cape, but this is like the newer Robin with the kind of feathery cape, because he's a bird, not a bat. And then I think this was Nightwing's card, and this was Robin's card. So pretty neat fun little cardboard cards there. But yeah, these figures are great. I really do like them. I think for the price, they're pretty fantastic. I think they're doing a great job with the detailing, and the paint applications have all been pretty stellar up until this point. Like I said, it would have been just as easy for them to not include that paint on the back of Nightwing, but they did, and it looks great. The metallic green on Robin is really sharp, and I think his mask is really painted nicely as well. Joker looks good. ManBat looks good. Great articulation, great paint. And I just think for what they cost, it's a pretty good value. And also, as I've said in pretty much all these reviews, when you have figures this size class, it's very easy to develop a lot of vehicles and playsets for them. So I'm really interested to see what Spin Master could do, because there's definitely a lot of playset and vehicle possibilities in the DC universe. So really crossing my fingers that they give us something like that down the line. So that's going to do it for this one. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.